Welcome to today's synthetic analysis. Now, on today's synthetic analysis, we've been checking out or starting with the volatility 75 index. And of course, as usual, we mark our recent highs and recent lows and see the market reactions to these points where we've marked. So let's take this right here. Let's go to the H1 time frame to see a valid high. Definitely the one we can currently see is this right here, but let's see if it's actually valid based on our analysis on this. Yes, it's actually still valid, and this is it. So you can see right here. So let's adjust this to take away this. Now this is a recent high and a recent low for today. Now yesterday we actually marked this. I think this was where we marked, right? Yesterday. Yeah, so our recent high and recent low, of which we expected the market to give us a retest of this, then have a breakout above this. But that is not happening. So today we are doing a new low. Now for a new low today, for the short to happen, that means we expect the market to break below this, retesting this, then giving on the short part of the market. But then one thing to understand is that if you want to scalp the market, this being volatility, you might want to scalp it back to this zone. So what do you want to see? You want to see a change in structures. I want to see that on the entry time frame, which is the 15-minute chart. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart to see if we can see a change in structure, which gives us the time for us to go long or go short in this market. Now you can see this market around this, it seems as if to be around a ranging market, and then seems okay. So let me just drop this around here. As you can see, this seems to find it difficult to break this zone currently. So what we want to see, we want to see it leave this zone. Now, some actually tell me that okay, now we are having something like a head and shoulder. I can see the inverted head and shoulder. I can see the head. I can see the shoulders. So why not just go long here and target this? Yes, actually correct. But then you might get to this zone, and remember there seems to be a resistance level around here. So where the market has been reacting to severally. So why don't you just wait for the market to actually get this, then think of going long. So the best entry for today is going to be for us to see a breakout above this, retesting this, and going low. This is going to be the best entry for today. So this is just for the scalpers. If you want to scalp the market, this is what you want to wait for before you scalp the market. Please don't think of going long here. They just wait for the market to go long here and expect your stop loss here. Instead, to be more profitable, you can wait for the market to break above this. I couldn't break earlier. They are retesting that. They can think of scalping to this level. But then for the swing trader, you can see a breakout above this, testing this. They can think of going long on volatility 75 with it, and this is where I'll be looking to go long today. And on the short side, this is where I'll be looking to go on the short side of VIX75. So let's go to 75 1 seconds to see what is happening around there. Now it's another day actually, so let's just go ahead and focus on today's markings for V75. So we are starting with the H4 candlesticks, and I'm sure you know the way I usually do it to mark the recent highs and low. I can see this as seems to be on the bearish side for a long period of time. So that means getting a recent high around here, actually, so a recent low around them actually be a bit difficult. So that means what we want to see is the market likeliness to continue in that. So this is a recent, or the most recent that the market actually tested right before having a break. I can see this rejection telling you that this is actually very much valid. So now what we want to see is for the market to pull back, giving us a pullback, probably back to this zone, then showing us signs of the market unable to break above this. They can take up going shorts on this market. So that's what I'll be looking at for today. I want to see a pullback before taking up going short. So overall time, I'm still very much bearish on VIX75. And this being our recent low, we want to see the market breaking below this to validate that the market is still ready to continue on this bearish side. If that does not happen, a break into this zone, the extreme side of rejection will scalp the market back to where it is. Then if we can actually see a break below this, that's a swing trading on the bearish side. That's it. Let's go to the boom index. So starting with boom 500. Now on boom 500 is another trade that actually seems to be going, let's say, which language will I use? Like, it's not just predictable at all. It's not predictable because the market has actually been on the bullish side for a long period of time. Then on the bearish side, or if we took this bear, I think we took the bearish side from here to somewhere around here, we have targeted this, and that was like last 2 weeks, yeah. So is that should go last week? That should be like last week, yeah. So that was actually to this day. But now I can actually see this. I'm looking at this currently and expecting the market to actually give me a bearish sign here. So let's just see if that's actually valid. Actually mark the zone. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think. Okay, let's just mark it. Let me show you my markets on this. Now this was really what actually marked. Now I marked this as a zone where we actually had a rejection. Then I dragged it into this, expecting this level. So when the market tapped into the, I expected it to actually get back into this bearish side. So that's what I'm actually waiting for currently. So I just want to see the bearish closing these candles on the bearish side. If that can happen, then I think I'm going short on this market. And of course, my stop loss is going to be right here above this zone right here. So that is what I'm actually waiting for right now. I don't want to see the market proving that it's actually likely to close this 1 hour candlestick on this, because take this on the swing trading bearish side. That's why I'm actually waiting for the 1 hour candle to close. On the scalping, I would have said you should actually go, but just that the market has already moved and I enter this market around there, definitely where your stop loss is going to be. So if you enter around there, this is where your stop loss. So let me drop this here. This is where somebody goes like your first take profit is going to be around the zone, which definitely is just 1:1 weeks to reward. So it's not going to be that profitable taking this particular trade. So the best way for us to wait, just wait for the 1 hour candlestick to close. If the 1 hour candlestick can actually close on the bearish side, they can know that there's likelihood of the market taking out the zone and of course giving you as high as 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 weeks to reward ratio. So that's the best. So let's just wait for the see the analysis on that. And remember, I'll be dropping alerts to let you know if that happens. That's it. Let's go to the boom 1000. Okay, now let's boom 1000. Remember, please, this pair is actually very volatile. So if you're trading this, make sure you trade it with good sense of capital protection. Your protection of your capital is actually necessary when it comes to this particular one, because a little spike can actually wipe out your entire profit for the day. Okay, I think I'm seeing a good time to actually sell this market right here. Yeah, so I'll be going short on this right now, so you can actually still watch this market with me. Let's see what happens to this. So here is where my stop. Let me just enter it at once. So just a moment, I'm trying to place the trade on my. So you can just watch this to see how this actually plays out. So I'll be going short right now on boom 1000 index. Okay, just a moment. Let me just go. Let me set my take profit and my stop loss. Okay, short, that's short, sorry, not long. So I'll be going short right now. Okay, I just went short on that. Of course, my stop loss is at 16.057. That's what my stop loss is. 16.057.8842. So that's where my stop loss is on this. So you can actually be please and please calculate your stop loss properly before you go in. Currently, for me right now, it's giving me a loss of, let's say a loss, it's giving me, if I'm taking this loss, I'll be taking a loss of, that is $964 on this. So that's $964 what you'll be losing, as my stop loss at 16057.8842. So please, you can actually calculate that and be sure before you use a perfect what's it called, the perfect loss size for your account. That's it. Let's go to the next one, which is going to be the cash. So we started with cash 500. Okay, let's just go straight into the cash 500. What's going on? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Cash 500 doesn't want to crash. going on? Okay, seems I'm having some network issues right here. What's going on? Chat after I said valley. So let's just go ahead and analyze it. What's it called? H4 then using the what's 30 minutes to confirm that. So here is our recent low. Then we have a recent high right here. So let's go to H1 to confirm this zone is actually valid. Okay, so it has started here and here, so that's twice. So remember what we want to see for the market actually give you sign of continuation on the what's it called bullish side. We want to see this happening. Then on the bearish side, you want to see the market breaking below this, testing this, then you want to see the continuation to the bearish side. So any of it that happens, that gives us a validation of either the bulls or the bears. So please and please stay close at the end of today because actually close to our bull entry into the market, which is around this zone. So since the 15 minutes does not hold, let's just check the 30 minutes charts. Okay, so you can see the market showing signs of low momentum, total indecisiveness. Even the bears candles are not really giving a hand there, but the bears and bulls are more like having a World War III around it. So let's just wait for any of them that actually happens to win. They just go on the winning side. That's a little bit the final for today. It's going to be crash 1000. Okay, so here's crash 1000. So let's just mark our recent high and recent low from the H4. Of which I'm sure you can already see the most recent low is around here. Here is the most recent low, and this is the high we'll be looking at, paying close attention to. So let's go to 15 minutes chart to see what is likely to happen in between these zones. I'm sure you know what I want to see in between these zones is a break in structures, of which the bears like to take this out. Once the bear takes it out, we are ready for a minor pullback injection, then we take a going short on this. So here is my trade on this. So please pay close attention to this, please. I might not be dropping a lot if this happens because this is already happening, so you just pay close attention to this. So that said, that's going to be the end of analysis on synthetic market for today. Please and please remember, don't risk more than you can afford to lose. No matter how perfect the trade is, anything can still go wrong and everything can actually still go wrong. That's it. Please, I wish everyone a profitable day trade ahead.